How the older generation can learn AI. Starting today, let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at all this talk about artificial intelligence and thought, this is moving too fast for me? Maybe you keep hearing words like ChatGPT, AI tools, automation, prompts, and smart assistants. And maybe it feels like everybody else already understands it, but you don't. So you start thinking, maybe I'm too old for this. Well, let me tell you something right now. You are not too old. You are not too late. And you are definitely not too far behind to learn how to use AI. In fact, you can start today. And you do not need to be a computer expert. You do not need to know how to code. You do not need to understand all the technical details behind how artificial intelligence works. You just need to know how to ask it for help. That's really where it starts. Think back to the first time you used a smartphone. At first, it probably felt like a lot. There were apps, passwords, settings, buttons, updates, and all kinds of things popping up on the screen. But little by little, you learned. You learned how to make a call. You learned how to send a text. You learned how to take a picture. You may have even learned how to use GPS, shop online, or video call your family. AI is the same way. It may feel unfamiliar at first, but the more you use it, the easier it becomes. One of the biggest mistakes people make is thinking they need to learn everything all at once. You don't. You do not need to sit down and study artificial intelligence for hours. You do not need a big, complicated class. Start with one simple task. That's it. Think about something you already need help with. Maybe you want to write a letter. Maybe you need help understanding a document. Maybe you want to plan a family reunion. Maybe you want meal ideas for the week. Maybe you need help creating a retirement budget. Or maybe you just want somebody to explain something in plain language. That is where AI can help. You can open an AI tool and simply type, "Explain this to me like I'm a beginner." You can say, "Help me write a polite email to my doctor's office." You can say, "Give me a simple grocery list for 2 people." You can even say, "Teach me how to use my phone camera one step at a time." You do not have to use fancy words. You do not have to make the question sound perfect. Just talk to it the way you would talk to another person. And here's something else that makes AI helpful. You can ask it to explain something again. You can say, "I still don't understand." Make it simpler. You can say, "Give me an example." You can say, "Break it down into smaller steps." You can ask the same question 3 or 4 different ways if you need to. There is no reason to feel embarrassed. The AI is not going to get impatient with you. It is not going to rush you. It is not going to make you feel bad because you need more help. You can go at your own pace. Now, you may hear people talk about prompts. That word can sound technical, but it is really very simple. A prompt is just the instruction you give the AI. It is your question. And the clearer your question is, the better the answer will usually be. For example, you could type, "Write a thank you letter." But you will probably get a better answer if you say, "Write a warm thank you letter to my neighbor for helping me carry in my groceries." Keep it friendly and short. See the difference? You are telling the AI what you need, who it is for, and what kind of tone you want. And even then, you can still make changes. You can say, "Make it warmer." Make it shorter. Use simpler words. Make it sound more personal. That back and forth is part of the process. It is not a test. You are not expected to get everything right the first time. Now, there is something very important you need to remember. AI can make mistakes. It can sometimes give you incorrect information. It may misunderstand your question. It may even sound confident when the answer is wrong. So you should never treat AI like it knows everything. Be especially careful with medical, legal, tax, and financial information. Use AI to help you understand a topic. Use it to prepare questions. Use it to organize your thoughts. But when the decision is important, Verify the information with a trusted source or a qualified professional. You also need to protect your privacy. Never type in your social security number. Do not enter banking passwords. Do not share credit card numbers. Do not upload private identification documents unless you fully understand where that information is going. You can still ask useful questions without giving away sensitive details. For example, you can say, "Create a sample monthly budget for someone living on a fixed retirement income." You do not need to give the AI your bank account number or every personal detail. Keep it general, keep it safe, and use good judgment. Another good way to learn AI is to practice for about 10 minutes a day. That may not sound like much, but it adds up. One day, ask it to help you write a message. The next day, ask it to explain a word you keep hearing. Another day, ask it to plan a simple meal. Then ask it to help you organize a trip, create a checklist, or understand a feature on your phone. The goal is not to become an expert overnight. The goal is to become comfortable. And once you become comfortable, you start to see how useful this technology can be. AI can help you write. It can help you learn. It can help you organize your ideas. It can help you explore hobbies. It can help you plan projects. It can even help you preserve family memories. You could ask it to help you write down stories from your childhood. You could use it to organize old family recipes. You could create questions for a family history interview. You could even ask it to help you turn your life experiences into a book for your children or grandchildren. That is something younger people cannot bring to the table in the same way you can. They may know technology, but you have wisdom. You have memories. You have experience. You have lived through changes that younger generations have only read about. AI can process information, but it does not have your life story. It does not have your judgment. It does not have your values. And it does not know the people you love. You bring the meaning. AI is just a tool. So do not compare yourself to someone who grew up using computers and smartphones. That is not a fair comparison. Your goal is not to be the fastest. Your goal is not to know every new app. Your goal is to learn enough to use AI in ways that make your life easier. And let's be honest, you have already learned a lot of new technology in your lifetime. You saw typewriters turn into computers. You saw paper maps turn into GPS. You saw landline phones turn into smartphones. You saw letters turn into email and text messages. At some point, every one of those things felt new. But you adapted. And you can adapt again. The biggest thing holding many older adults back is not ability. It is fear. Fear of pressing the wrong button. Fear of looking foolish. Fear of making a mistake. But mistakes are part of learning. You are allowed to get something wrong. You are allowed to ask for help. You are allowed to take your time. You do not have to understand everything today. You just have to begin. So here is your challenge. Before this day is over, open an AI tool and ask it one question. Just one. Ask it to explain something. Ask it to write something. Ask it to help you plan something. Keep it simple. That one small question can be the beginning of a whole new way of learning. And remember this, technology does not only belong to the young. Learning does not stop at 50. It does not stop at 60. It does not stop at 70 or 80. As long as you are curious, you can keep learning. As long as you are willing, you can keep growing. And you are not behind. You are starting from where you are. And that is more than enough. If this video helped you feel a little more confident about learning AI, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. This channel is here to make technology easier to understand, especially for older adults who want simple, clear, practical guidance. And I want to hear from you. In the comments, tell me one thing you would like AI to help you do. Maybe it is writing emails. Maybe it is planning a trip. Maybe it is learning your smartphone. Maybe it is organizing your finances. Whatever it is, write it in the comments. Your question may even become the topic of a future video. And share this video with a friend, parent, grandparent, or family member who feels like technology is passing them by. Because sometimes people do not need a complicated lesson. They just need somebody to remind them that they are still capable. You are capable. You can learn this. And the best time to start is today.